Hey, what's up, Facebook? What's happening? Elijah Pryor back at it. I'm so excited to be here again on Super Wednesday. It's very good to be able to get on the line again, because I know there's somebody out there that was able to get on the last Wednesday, can't get it on this Wednesday. Life is just that short, people. So I'm very grateful to be able to be on air again, to be able to encourage you and let you know that what? You can do it. Is that right here?
That's right.
Tonight is going to be another special night. Well, tonight we're going to talk about, Eric, we're going to talk about the darkest moments that we all have or have had in our life. And we as a people, since we all have been through a lot of things in our life, we should be able to encourage or inspire somebody and let them know what we did to get us through the darkest moments of our lives. I have had a lot of darkest moments in my life, but my darkest moments allowed me to be able to get in front of this camera, to be able to inspire other people, let them know that they can come through the darkest times. Now, I don't know about you, Eric, but I don't know if you ever had dark moments. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure there have been.
They have been.
And the thing about it is, everybody had their moment, and nobody had the same moment.
No.
Your dark moment may not be my dark moment. So by you telling me what you went through, how you came through your dark moment, will be encouraging to me, just in case if I find myself in that position.
Right.
I can remember what you tell me to help me get through that darkest moment. So that's what we're going to be doing here tonight. Talk about how to get through the darkest moment. But first thing I would like to do is I want to thank you for joining us last week. If you was on the air with us, I want to thank you for tuning in to our 7:30 Wednesday Facebook Live. Hopefully it grows to a point where, hey, we may have our own TV show. But in the meantime, we're going to ride out with this Facebook Live. It ain't causing us nothing. You know what I'm saying?
And majority of everybody usually.
Everybody online anyway, but it's all good. But at least we're making it a little exciting for the people, so they're always tuning in. Right. So I'm very grateful of that. But at the same time, we want to educate, we want to inspire, we want to turn this channel into an inspiring live, Facebook Live, encouraging Facebook Live. If somebody want to get motivated on a Wednesday, just in case they didn't go to Bible study, they can tap into Elijah Pryor.
That's right.
And say, we're going to get motivated over here today. You know what I'm saying? But if you got church, go to church. Don't be looking at your phone, looking at me if you're in church. You know what I'm saying? You know how we be doing. Be in church up there still looking at, you know what I mean, on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? You know, taking pictures of people, posting it while you're in church. Y'all know who you is. You know. But anyway, we're going to talk about the darkest moments, but there was something that happened to me today. I have a good friend that I met in Atlanta at the Eastern Conference. My friend Obama, he invited me to his Eastern Conference.
Right.
And I met I'm always meeting good people at these conferences. I'm encouraging y'all people out there, if you're trying to change your life and you don't know how, you must start going to motivational conferences. It really will change your life. It'll change the way you think. And if you don't have money to do these things, tap in. Go to YouTube. Type in motivation. And that'll start your mind. You start changing your mind the way you start thinking. It really will do you well. But I have a friend that I put on Facebook. Is King William Hollis. I met him in Atlanta from my other friend Tiki Davis. We was down there together, and he invited William. And since then, me and William Hollis been talking a lot. And today, It just was something that was on me to be a blessing to King Hollis. And what I'm trying to tell you people is, sometimes when God speaks to you to be a blessing to people, first of all, we got to understand that it ain't your money.
It's God's money.
It's God's money. And I look at it like this here. What your credit line is with God. Some of us got a little credit line and some of us don't got a credit line. Because God truly can't trust you. When you go to the bank, apply for a loan to get you a nice home or get your car, they check your credit just by your history. Are you a person that pay the bills? Or are you a person that has some difficulties? It don't matter if you're a good person or not, because we all have downfalls. I'm a living witness. Good dude, credit score 7 something. But then when I came down here, I had to file bankruptcy. I'm still a good guy, but that was just something that came in my life where I had no choice but to give it up. I got tired of waking up every day, seeing the process server knocking on my door, serving me papers every day. If it wasn't every day, it was guaranteed every week. We ended up being friends. Every day or every other week or every week, the same thing said, I got some more paper. I got tired of them paper people. How can I get out of this? I had to file chapter 7. I had to give it up. I had to just do it. Didn't want to mess with my credit because that wasn't me. But I had to do what I had to do to provide and still stay afloat to take care of my family. So what I'm saying with God though, God know your heart. He's seen your track record. He has seen you when you didn't have, and you still found ways to be a blessing to people. You don't always have to have money for God to know your heart and knowing if He bless you financially, what would you do with that? There's a lot of people out there always say, if I hit the lottery, I'll do all of these things. And then when they hit it,
ain't doing jack.
You don't even see them no more. See, that talking, they ain't doing nothing but faking yourself out, people. God already know what you'll do with it. So if you're wondering why I don't have what I want to have, either it's coming because everything is in God's timing, or you need to get your credit score up with God as He can trust you with the blessings. So back to my blessing. It was on me to bless my friend King William Hollis. He don't need the money, he's good. But it just was something I wanted to do, wanted to plant a seed. I wanted to plant a seed in that man's life. And when I planted the seed, 30 minutes later, it maybe been 32. 32 minutes later, I get a phone call saying that there's 18 cubes a block, which each block costs about $2.12 a block. And about 72, 100 block in the cube. And he called me and saying that they giving me all these blocks. Can I come pick them up? Now this is after
30 minutes.
30 minutes later, I was a blessing to someone because God touched my heart to be a blessing and plant a seed in somebody's life. That's how it works for me. I've never been a social media man, but it felt so good to be a blessing and then let the world know how they can do it if they want to receive the blessing of God too. My credit with God is great. He can trust me now with the money. But that's how it worked for me. So if y'all people are trying to change your life, this ain't got nothing to do with the darkest moment. This is just a freebie. Elijah Pryor is always trying to find a way to help people change their life in a good way. when that day come, Eric, if I could just see the world of good people doing better than they were doing before, because of something that I said or something that I mentioned that inspired them enough to do better than they was doing before, I'm good with that. I'll be happy. I'll be a happy camper to go. Because I want everybody to do better. Because I just want to see everybody do better. I don't want to be the only person that's doing good.
Right.
It's lonely when you're this ego, you're by yourself. There ain't nobody to talk to.
It's lonely.
But now I know to pull somebody else up who want to be pulled up. You can't pull everybody else up because everybody can't see it. Everybody don't want it. And guess what? That's okay too. But I'm just saying what I want.
Right.
So anyway, people, I just would love to, while we're on the mic, is just try it. I wasn't always like this. I don't even know if Eric like this. He may be tight, may got pockets full of money, and won't even give it up. But I'm just telling you about Elijah Pryor. When God speaks to me, I do it without a shadow of a doubt because I know that it ain't mine.
Right.
And I know the more I listen to him, the more he bring me favor and keep on blessing me. That's just how it works. And I'm talking, and you got to think now. Now, by being a blessing to William Hollis, the king,
right?
I got blessed in 30 minutes, $3,000 to $4,000 of materials free. Right. And then on top of that, what if somebody would have called me? Somebody would have called me and said, "Hey, we got all these blocks, and then I don't even have the vehicle or the trailer to pick it up."
Right.
That ain't doing me no good.
No good.
But God already blessed me with that. Because he knew one day that they were going to come where I'm going to receive his blessing. So when God blesses you, I'm just telling you this. You wonder why things are being set up in your life. And you wonder why? Because one day you're going to get that call too.
Right.
An unexpected call. And you're going to look back and say, dang, I'm already ready for that. That's when you know it's God.
Right.
No question about it. You ain't got to worry about it. Was it Joe, a Larry, or Mary? You're going to know automatically it was God. That's how he rolled. But anyway, the darkest moments.
Right.
Have you had any darkest moments, Eric? Talk to me now. Have you had any darkest moments where you just felt like giving up?
Oh, yeah. I mean, before, my status now, I'm blessed, at this point in my life. But I'm very...
How old are you, Eric? 30?
I'm 30.
Okay.
I'm a very grateful gentleman. You know what I mean? I know where my strength come from. I know where my blessing comes from.
Awesome.
Which is God. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I can remember maybe 7 to 8 years ago.
Okay.
When me and my wife got together,
Okay.
I got married, etc. You know what I mean? We were doing, mediocre jobs. You know what I mean? Job here, job there. Nothing serious.
Okay.
And, and there was a point in my life, I felt like, I can't make ends meet.
Right. Now, there's a lot of people, Eric, now, that is my passion now.
Right.
Is a lot of people, a lot of great people are always working week to week, paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
Education, I mean, they have degrees, bachelor's, PA degrees,
right.
Doctorate degrees, and still living week to week.
Yes. Paycheck
to paycheck.
Right.
And it's like, my question is, my thing is, why is that? Why?
Well, I think they don't know how to manage money. That's part of it too.
Well, that can be.
Right.
Yeah, management. Management is very important.
Right.
Sometimes we overextend ourselves too.
Right.
Trying to, they say, follow the Joneses or be something that you're really not ready for yet.
Right.
I want that car just because it looks good.
Right.
I got this new job, so I want to roll up in something nice, knowing good and well that I really can't afford it, but I believe that the job gonna whatever. But then what if something happens to the job? So so sometimes we overextend ourselves. I have done that.
Right.
But it's not good. But we do that. But it's not good to do because all it takes is a one sickness.
Right.
And then everything started to get behind. So back to you, what you were saying, my brother?
Yeah, so, couldn't make ends meet, car, rent, couldn't get paid, and I always remember God is always there for me and is able.
Right.
So, I turned to him, I prayed, about it, but I'm the type of guy, I don't give up, even though to the darkest moment, I know one day the light will come through.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I prayed, and,
What was your prayer? Because somebody is experiencing that right now, bro.
Right.
Somebody experienced that same thing right now. Their rent is due. They had the job, but this is not the job that really is able to pay the bill,
right,
and have extra for savings. So when times are hard like that, what do you do? What is your prayer to God?
Well, my prayer to God, I say, dear Father God, is your child. You see my situation. I know you wouldn't let your child, suffer like this. You know what I mean? because
once you put yourself in it, though, he say, Lord, you don't let me suffer. But sometimes we do it to ourselves.
We sure do.
And, as children, we as children and adults,
right,
we put our own self in situations.
Right.
Then when we get in, we're like,
right,
oh Lord.
Right.
We should have went to the Lord first and say, Lord, it's in your will.
That is true.
But at the same time, we'll say the Lord has blessed us.
Exactly.
The Lord has blessed us with this job, and then we mad at the job.
Right.
We thank the Lord for this car.
Right.
And then the car get repo.
Right. Right. Right.
So, but I understand. So we're human.
Right. I prayed, and, I believe my prayers. And see, a lot of time, people doesn't recognize when their prayers are answered.
Right.
They may think, I just got this job.
Yeah.
But you didn't have it. Sometimes you have to understand how God works.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I end up getting a better job, you know what I mean?
Awesome.
That pays much better, you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
And
so you have to have patience.
Right.
Now when you were going through that, and then finally that better job came, how long did it take you?
Not long, maybe a month or two.
Okay, well that was a quick blessing. Lord, thank God for that.
Right.
But sometimes, let me tell you my experience, Eric.
Right.
I mean, Eric, I feel like when I was that eagle at one point in my life, but to get back to where I can say, wow,
right,
I feel the comeback, it took me 7 years.
Wow. Yeah.
It took me 7 years to really feel that I'm back at somewhat my norm.
Right.
7 years.
Right.
Because I was really, really doing well, even though I became a number 2 agent in the world, in the nation, doing very good. It still wasn't where I once was.
Right.
But it took 7 years to make me feel like, okay,
you there.
I see the light, but 7 years. But in them 7 years, I was always encouraging myself and telling myself I'm going to make it.
Right.
I'm going to get back there. You know what I mean? Because I have God, so my faith was in God. I just knew I was going to make it.
Right.
It was all about when. So in your situation, God answered your prayer, I say fairly quickly, where say, hey, He blessed you with a bigger job within a month. So sometimes for everybody, hey, God's timing is perfect. It took me 7 years to make me feel that, hey, I'm back on the upscale.
Right.
But Eric, he got his blessing within a month. So God do what He want to do, because that's why He say He's an on-time God.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the main thing about it, He comes where He can recognize that you can recognize that it was Him. If He give it to you too fast, you're gonna think you had something to do with it.
Right.
But He'll do it in a way where you know it's Him, because like, whoa, it came unexpected.
Right.
God comes in your life when you don't even think about it.
Right.
But because if you're thinking about it, you're looking for it.
Right. Yeah.
You won't really receive it the way He bring it to you.
Right.
So that's something that I know, and I really appreciate you sharing that.
Right.
Now, my thing is, what about now? I've got some things written down that some people may go through in their darkest moment. A loss of their job.
Right.
You know, when all the bills are due, the kids is in need. They're single mothers or they're single fathers, where they don't have that second income, and then they don't have any family support. That is the darkest moment in somebody's life out there.
Right.
And my advice I can give to you is, one thing you can do in your darkest moment is go to the Creator. If you haven't or never heard of this, is sometimes you got to go in your closet. And just all you have to do is just go to God. How do you go to God? The best way you know how.
Right.
Me, myself, I just talk to him. I don't have to go in a closet.
Right.
I don't have to go in a car. I just, if I need him, I just ask him right now, Lord, come into my life, rescue me.
Right.
Help me. And then I believe that he's gonna come.
Right.
He see your need. He see you have children.
Right.
He see what you're going through. So my thing is, if you gain a closer relationship with God, he will come rescue you. And he'll come rescue you and your beautiful children when you least expect it. You don't have to always go to church to receive that blessing or that relationship with God. What if you don't make it to church that Sunday?
Right.
You don't have to wait till the doors open at a church to get to know God. All you have to do is open your mouth at that time and say, Lord, I want to get to know you better. Come rescue me, please.
Right.
And we all make promises to God. If you get me out of this,
Oh man.
I won't do it no more. But we just be lying.
Moment later.
And see, the thing about it, he know you're lying.
Right.
But there's a come a point in your life where when you mean it, you really ain't lying. You dead serious. And we never go back to what we used to do.
Oh yeah.
But boy, that time, you just be lying, he know you're lying. And he'll still bring you out. You remember them hangovers? You ever had a hangover? No, you never had, you're a Christian.
No,
Boy, I tell you.
tipsy.
Boy, I remember I had, when I was 18 years old,
Yeah.
I drank some old moonshine.
See,
So you don't know that old moonshine?
100%, baby.
Boy, look at him. Boy, I ain't never seen a building spin so fast. You know what I'm saying? Boy, and boy, I said, Lord, if I can get out of this, it's spinning work.
Right.
I never do that again. And about a month later, I ain't gonna spin it again, but I sure got back on the bottle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we all be lying, and he know we lying.
Right.
But he know your heart at the same time.
Yeah.
So God will come rescue you and your children.
Mm-hmm.
So the only answer I got for you when it comes to your loss of your job, my thing is to you is, hey, if there's something that you love to do, like to do, or have a passion to do, you need to maybe get on YouTube, which you don't have to have no computer. Get on your smartphone.
Right.
Get on your smartphone and get on the YouTube. YouTube, if you like doing hair, if you like to cook, if you like to do anything, you know what you like to do. Listen, instead of getting on Facebook and watching people do crazy stuff, jumping out of trees, doing all kind of crazy stuff on Facebook and making you laugh, that's not paying your bill.
Right.
Use that time, get on YouTube. Something that you love to do, somebody has already did it, mastered it, and making a lot of money doing it. Mm-hmm. Use your time finding out your craft and getting more educated on your craft so you can start doing those things on the side and keep your mind positive. And then next thing you know, you get so good at it, you may just step out in faith saying that, listen, I think I can do this.
Right.
Now you don't have to worry about clocking in and clocking out or depending on people to have a door open for you to be able to make money.
Right.
You have your own opportunity to make your own money. Now you're your own entrepreneur.
Right.
Now you consider a hunter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what a hunter does?
Yep.
A hunter go hunt for their food.
Right.
And bring it back. Mm-hmm. If you want to eat, you go get it. But you clock in, clock out on your own time.
Right.
That's a great feeling. I've been doing that ever since my 18 years old. I've been my own man. I always hunted. And I love to hunt. Because sometimes I like to bring some big stuff back.
Right.
You say, boy, that's all right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody can't do it, but I'm encouraging you. If you're tired, if you don't know if you're going to go to work, have a bad day, you don't know if you're going to be fired, and you got kids and family that's depending on you, just think about this. If you clocking in doing something for somebody, just think about the time, the extra time you can be doing the same thing and do it for yourself. You're doing it anyway. Might as well do it for yourself. Believe in God, you can make it. That's what I have done. You know? Now what about lost relationships? You know, there's marriages that have been broken.
Oh yeah.
And trust me, that's been the darkest moment in a lot of people's life.
Yeah.
You know, you got your nice house. You signed on it both together. You move inside your house. You get in debt with the car. And, you know, you got this nice family life.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, the relationship gone bad. So that's been a darkest moment for a lot of people. What do you do when the relationship break up and you up under all this debt with children?
Right.
Would you consider that's the darkest moment?
That's one of the darkest moments.
Because you think about credit, you think about your life,
house, home.
you thinking about you thinking about how everybody saw y'all. You lovey-dovey,
Right.
and now you're embarrassed, you're shamed, and now you're losing everything. Well, at one point in your life, you're riding in your benzo, smiling at people or looking down at people, and then all of a sudden, now you're looking real foolish. Now you're shamed and embarrassed. What do you do? What do you do, Eric?
Well, there's a lot that can. Well, each people will react differently to the situation.
Right.
And I believe what I would do. You know, I haven't went.
You
through
can only speak for yourself.
Exactly.
And you haven't went through it yet. But
no, I haven't went through it. I'm not planning on it.
A lot of people are planning for it to happen.
I'm not. So
some people just walk in the house and everything gone.
Yeah. Even though, you know, the marriage separation or divorce will bring darkest moment.
Yes, it does.
I do believe. My belief is I'll always stay strong, especially being a man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, a lot of men cry, bro.
Yeah, they do.
I'm telling you, a lot of men cry, bro.
Yeah, they do. And that's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right to cry, man. Cry. I mean, I ain't gonna cry on this Facebook Live. I'm gonna cry. You know, I can cry when I get over, but it's okay to cry.
Right. But at the end of the day, you have to get through it.
You have to. Yeah, you got to.
Right.
You know. Yeah, you just got to. I mean, listen. Sometimes you can look at this. You're gonna say this. You're gonna have this question. Why me?
Right.
And then some people just say, why not you? You know what I'm saying? You're not exempt from experiences in your life. But my thing is, you experienced it. Now let's go through it.
Right.
The trouble has arisen.
That's right.
So now are you just gonna not pass the test? You're gonna just fold up and say you lost? Or are you gonna just say, listen, I gotta find a way to get through this?
Right.
A lot of things that I used to do, Eric, was when I was going through my darkest moments, when I was literally lost everything, but I did not lose my mind. The most valuable thing to you people, if you don't know, is it's okay to lose weight. Trouble arises in your life, you don't want to eat.
Right.
So you lose weight, you was fine, now you're shriveling up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your chest was sticking up, now it's sagging down.
Dry.
But guess what? One thing you don't want to lose is your mind.
Right.
So when you're going through, ask God to keep your mind strong. Because see, if you keep your mind strong, your mind going to tell you that you can do it. You can push through it.
Right.
It's okay. Trouble don't last always. All kind of church songs pop up. Never would have made it if it wasn't without you.
Right.
So things going to come up, but your mind will keep on telling you can do it. Your mind going to tell you that the person was in your life only for a season. And God do things perfect. Maybe he was trying to protect you.
Right. So
this is what a strong mind will give you. Your mind will give you encouragement.
Right.
That's what my mind did for me. I stayed away from people for a couple of years, a long time.
Right.
Just making sure I keep my mind strong. My favorite cousin. I didn't want to talk to him. He called me very short. I don't want to talk. I'm not myself.
Right.
But I didn't lose my mind. I lost my joy. I lost my happiness.
Right.
But I did not lose my mind. So I'm telling you, when things come up in your life, these relationships that's up and down, where everything's great, then all of a sudden down, don't lose your mind through it. keep your mind strong. Just say he's gonna be okay.
Right.
Trouble don't last always. And then that one day it'll happen for you. What you think about that, Eric?
No, that's perfect, man. Because your mind, you lose your mind.
You lost it all. You pretty much lost it all.
You know, your heart is just your heart.
You pretty much lost it all, man.
Exactly.
You lose your mind, you going to the crazy house.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Then they got mess your insurance up. You can't get no insurance.
Right. And there's, speaking from experience, there's a friend of mine.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Who went through a divorce.
Yeah.
And he became, I don't know what you call it, but he became very desperate.
Yeah.
You know, desperate, depressed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not easy. No.
Yeah,
it's
and he gained a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Like, he probably was like 170.
Yeah.
It's like 270 now.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
for his size and height,
right,
that's
right.
a lot of, and because he was eating
right
through the depression, and that happened.
He was letting the best get. He was letting it get the best of him.
Exactly, and you know, and I think all individual need to stay strong, even though through whatever they're going through.
And something Eric, not to cut you off, something that I would like to tell the Facebook people is sometimes to help you to sometimes you're gonna say, like, what did I do? Mm-hmm. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not handsome enough. Maybe I should have brought in more money. Or don't be beating up yourself.
Right.
But one thing I can tell you, people, is keep yourself up. Right. Keep your mind up. Keep your look up. They say fake it till you make it.
Right.
You don't want to look like you're going through. That's one thing I did not do, Eric.
Right.
All the things I was going through, it didn't look like it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I had to make myself eat so I could keep weight on.
Right.
But it wasn't easy. I didn't lose my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed in the gym.
Right.
So if I needed to make a comeback, somebody look at me, I'm still looking all right. If you're going through a divorce, don't let yourself go down. Take yourself up.
Right.
Because if somebody did not appreciate you,
mm-hmm.
guess what? Somebody will.
Yep.
And then you'll look back, and that's their loss.
Right.
And that's how you want that person to feel. You want them to feel like they lost something great. So when they look at you, smile. And they can see that you're doing better.
Right.
So give them the opposite. Because what they want to see is you to go down. Mm-hmm. So they can get the credit, say, see what happened if you weren't with me? Is it because you ain't with me? No, flip it around and say, because I'm not with you, I've raised up.
That's right.
Flip it around. So love yourself more. Right. Get rid of the headache. Sometimes the headache, God moved the headache out your way just for you. Because you didn't know how to do it. So he did it for you.
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
There's certain things you can't change.
Man. Right. Something you can't change. Now, this other thing is, unfortunately, mm-hmm. we all are going to experience this one. We like it or not.
Right.
And some of us has already experienced it. And this where somebody in the audience can tell us how to get through the darkest moments. Mm-hmm. You know, there's people right now that they don't even have their mother here. Their beautiful, sweet, kind, caring mother. Yeah. There's somebody that don't have their handsome, hardworking, great provider daddy.
Right.
Or just their mom or their dad. Right. I haven't experienced that. I had a close call. Mm-hmm. That close call woke me up. But can you imagine if he would have left? Mm. I haven't experienced that. Right. Now that's a dark moment for a lot of people.
Yes.
Where the person that you used to talk to or be mentored by, or just to say that, hey, happy Mother's Day or happy Father's Day. Right. But they're no longer here other than a picture and memories. How do you get through that talk? Have you experienced, or you know anybody that been through a dark moment like that? Or you can help the audience with that?
It wasn't it was my grandfather who passed away. You know what I mean? And I love that guy, man. Right. We used to play cards together.
Yeah, my grandfather too, man.
Man, I love that, bro.
Yeah.
And I got a call. I probably was 20, 21 or something like that. I was working at Publix and I got a phone call. Hey, your grandpa passed away. Man, I broke out in tears, bro.
Yeah, because you couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Now, it was unexpected, or he was already a little sick?
Well, he had respiration issue, but it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and sometimes our loved ones keep things away because they don't want you to be troubled.
Right.
They always say, we're going to be okay. Hey, granddaddy, how you doing? My granddaddy used to say, I'm kicking, but kicking low.
Right.
I mean, he ain't kicking high no more.
Right.
He kicking low, but he's still here.
Right.
You know?
And you know the sad part is, that's the only side of the family that I knew my grandparents.
Oh, wow.
So that's even hurt me more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
It's kind of like
that's the only connection.
Right. So, and I used to play cards with him, man.
Oh yeah, I understand. Yeah, and I had my grandfather too. I had a great relationship with my grandfather, David Roberts. I made my granddad laugh so hard one time he got cracked his rib. You know what I'm saying? He was an old fella,
right?
But I made him laugh so much. He always enjoyed me coming around, making my granddaddy laugh.
Right.
You know, and he's no longer here with us, but he's a guy that I'll never forget.
Right.
You know, but the thing about it, man. When it hit home with your mother and father, you know, the grandparents, you're like, man, they lived a long life, good life.
Yeah.
But boy, I tell you, them close ones.
Yeah.
Your mother, your father, your children. Some people have lost their kids and loved ones. Can you imagine? You know, I have friends that their kids are no longer here, man. Can you imagine that? Not going to prison, but I'm talking about not on this earth anymore.
Right.
You know, can you imagine experience that?
Yeah,
their baby, man.
Tough,
you know, but my thing is, you know, one thing I have experienced in life, like I said, it was a close call with my dad, but it was a wake-up call for me also. And the wake-up call was, you know, now I know God did not take my father then. But it was such a close call telling me my dad only had 20 days life to live. And thank God, and he's been here. It was in 2008 they diagnosed him with cancer, 4-stage cancer. And in 2019, my dad here now, still here now, and I'm very grateful. But that experience, that knowing that my dad was going to die, my mama bringing the life insurance policies to me, and tell me, son, to get ready for this funeral. That right there was a big shock. I'm getting ready to bury my father. Unexpected. But just by that experience right there was already, I saw what was going to happen, how it was going to play out, and it was just devastating. And but that's the thing about it is, now I know, since it was that close, that I do know that God is going to come get my dad one day. Yeah. So now I have an understanding that we're not going to be here forever. I do have that understanding. Right. You know, I'm never going to be ready for that day. Right. But I understand now. We all are going to leave this earth, like it or not. Right. That's why I think it's very important to have a great relationship with God. So, you know, at the end of the day, you rest in his arms, in his bosom, or whatever they call it. Right. So you can just say, hey, I did what I needed to do on this earth while I was here. Right. And then you'll feel a little bit better that, hey, if I have to leave here, I know where I'm going. Right. You know.
Can I add on to that?
You can add on, of course. Right. We're out here trying to help you.
Right. And it is extremely important. I do hear and see that kids and parents not getting along, right? Yeah. And don't let that time come that you don't resolve that conflict.
I hear you.
Because you'll be sorry. And you're gonna be crying. You know, you should have.
Oh yeah.
You know,
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Exactly.
You know,
it's extremely important.
Yeah. And you know one thing that, listen. Another thing I know a lot of people experience, my mom experienced, I saw them experience, where when a loved one that's close to you, especially your parents, they get up in age, now they got to adjust their work schedule to make sure that they get the proper care. Right. They got and if there are multiple kids involved, everybody won't take off their job or can't take off their job to attend to their parents. It has to be a hurting feeling, knowing that I can't adjust my job schedule to take care of somebody I love. Right. That's why, honestly, it's good to be an entrepreneur. Right. Where I have my own schedule. So as someone that I love and care for, I can adjust my own schedule. Right. To be there when they need me.
That's a great benefit.
It's an awesome benefit. Right. Because you don't know when that day gonna come. Right. Because man, ain't nothing like you want to be there with somebody that you truly love and care for, and you just can't. Right. What you do? You quit your job? You can't. Because you can't, and then you got to provide for your family? Right. So my thing is to you people, think about ahead.
Right.
Let's not think about now. Think about what's ahead.
Right.
If you have loved one, people that you truly, truly care about, just know, just look. There's people that you know that's not here anymore. But you don't know what people have to go through when their loved one gets sick, about their schedule. They got to work, take care of their family.
Right.
If you're not in a position where you can't just do that, you may want to start thinking about, what if my husband gets sick? What if my wife gets sick? Am I able to take off and be with them without going into financial struggle?
Right.
What if something happened to my child? Nobody can take care of your child like you can. Am I equipped or am I in position to be able to withstand that hit or withstand that challenge in life or a dark moment like that? If you're not in that position now, just prepare for it. If you don't ever have to use that benefit, wonderful.
Right.
But at least they say, always be ready so you never have to get ready. Because you don't know what card that holds in your hand. Mm-hmm. You may have that card. But the question is, are you ready? That's why I be telling you people, get to know God, gain a good relationship with Him. Get your credit up with Him. So He can trust you in a lot of ways where He'll be there when you really need Him.
Right.
Because sometimes when you need your people, they're not there, Eric.
Not there.
You thought they was going to be there, bro.
Right.
I'm the insurance man. I have seen it where people don't call the people when the person passed away.
Okay.
They give it a day or so to reach out to the family to see if the insurance policy is active.
What?
Because they called you early and they say, well, they don't have insurance. They already know. They're going to say, can you donate? Listen, man, I have a cousin, man, a very close cousin of mine.
Right.
It shocked me to see the support I did not have. Family, we're big family, bro.
Right.
Very few donated to bury this special cousin. Family member, big family.
Right.
Even the people that look like they got it, bro. Mm-hmm. No donation, not even $25.
Wow. Yeah, I tell you.
What a shame. But it's okay. Yeah, it's not their responsibility to bury someone.
Right.
But the point is, can you just be a blessing? Because it may be you one day.
Right.
When your time comes and it catch you off guard, trust me, everybody need that helping hand.
Yes.
But yeah, that happened to me close. Mm-hmm. I had to step up to the plate, do what I had to do. That wasn't going to be on me. But just to let you know, people, in your darkest moments, when you're thinking your family going to be there, when everything was good, all the happy times, all the cookouts, all the Thanksgivings, everybody smiling and happy, kickball, volleyball. But then, let somebody pass away and you need a donation. Now all of a sudden, I can't believe they ain't have their own insurance. They ain't calling no more.
Nope.
They ain't even showing up to a fish fry. Because they embarrassed that they didn't donate. They just trying to see when the date the funeral gonna be.
Oh yeah.
And show up there and then eat the grocery
That's it.
that they ain't even donate to. This is real 100.
Yes.
Elijah probably experienced that. So if it can happen on my family, it can happen to you. So my thing is, it's best to trust God and prepare yourself for the future. If you ain't did it, get prepared for it. You never know what card you got.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, friendships.
Yeah.
People have lots of friendships. Good people.
Yeah.
It's hard to find friends these days.
Oh yeah.
You know? I mean, I done had a couple homeboys, and both of my homeboys betrayed me.
Mm.
I mean, I only had two best friends.
Right.
The first best friend, he broke in my daddy's house, stole money. My second best friend, I had to knock him out because he tried me.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point on, I just have associates. Now I'm meeting some new people now
Right.
in a different realm. Everybody hold their own.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't want to get too close. Because sometimes people can hurt you.
Right.
You know? So my thing is, if I get to know you and everything all right, everything kosher, you're 100, I'm going to keep it 100.
That's right.
But I'm just saying, there's people out here that lost friendships because of their betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
They was talked about where they know all your business. They done played you close.
Right.
They was in your circle, know everything about you.
Right.
And then go right behind your back and you tell your girlfriend, your boyfriend, all what went down.
Oh yeah.
See, that's what my best friend did to me. We out there hanging out. He up there telling me.
Kind of friend.
He behind the scenes telling the old girl what's going on. See that?
That's not a friend.
But I'm just saying, no, he was a friend, but he was a backstabbing friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they get mad at when you call them out.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go in. You know, so that's life.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So my thing is, I know people experience that, but my thing is, sometimes people in your life just for a season.
Right.
Hey, they betray you, move it to the side. Ain't no need to get in no trouble.
Mm-hmm.
It's best that it happened early in the game than later on.
Right.
Because trouble's so easy to get into and hard to get out. I don't know if you experienced that, big bro.
Not yet.
But it happens, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So my thing is, just think about this here. What about when people lie on you? That's the darkest moment. See, that's a very touchy moment for me.
Oh, yeah.
Have anybody lied on you?
Yes.
Yeah? Who lied on you?
Wife.
No, don't say nobody on me.
Okay.
Who you been lied on?
Oh, lie. I thought you said somebody relied on me.
No,
I'm sorry, brother.
Have anybody lied on you?
Oh yeah.
We did this with kids. Somebody I done broke into the pickle jar, the hot sausage jar, and knowing I did it.
Right.
And then I'd be lying. No, I ain't did it. Boy, I have my stomach swole up. You know what I mean? I ain't did it. We all have lied.
Yeah.
But I don't know about somebody lying. I lied on some people.
Right.
I did that.
Right.
But have you really been lied on since you've been an adult though? No?
Not that I know of.
Dang, you lucky guy. This man ain't never been lied on. So hey, wonderful.
I'm a very reserved guy.
It was wonderful. Well, maybe I should have been reserved, but man, so when people lie on you, there's people out there have been lied on, their name been scandalized, nobody want to deal with them, you know what I mean? And then it changes their whole life. Some people, by the lie, they have to move and they have to move and go to a different place just to be able to live because nobody want to mess with them.
Wow.
Guess what? That happened to me. When this happened, when my life ended up being knocked down, right. I literally had to go in a whole nother area just to live, not to live, but just to let people know who I really am.
Right.
I wasn't the guy that was making me look like. Mm-hmm. But the way the people lied on me, they make it look like I'm a bad person.
Right.
So, but it was just a coincidence. God put me in another place. People got to know me. Great guy. Changed my life. Booyah. But so sometimes you got to change the atmosphere when that happens. Because unfortunately, when somebody lie on you, negativity goes way farther than positive. Right. People, look at Jerry Springer. Jerry Springers, they still fight. First round, second round, ding, ding, ding. They even got the bell now. Ding, ding, ding. You know, people like drama. Mm-hmm. They got housewife, NBA housewife. Hey man, people like the drama. Right. So people like drama. So hey, people sit and watch it. What? I know they're gonna fight tonight. Right. You know what I mean? Why? I don't know. Let somebody get in an accident. No. People gonna be riding by real slow. Yeah. Look, they call that rubbernecking. Yeah. look. Thank God it ain't you. Right. But people literally slow down, looking and see what's going on instead of getting out. How can they be a help? Right. They gonna look you. Why, man?
Negative.
It's like somebody hurt.
Right.
And you just ride by. Oh, boy, I hope I don't be flipped over, you know what I mean? Cause they gonna be looking at me and be like, hey, y'all gonna be looking at me, y'all gonna be looking at me and be looking right at you. Like, I see you ride by. Well, they flip the car back over, come and see you. You know what I'm saying? I see you ride by. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't know I have a cell phone. I took a picture.
Right.
I'm upside down.
Right.
Got
Facebook.
Like, man, look at me. Man, I thought you was my homeboy. I'm upside down. I see you pull your trailer. I see you. I know that's your trailer. But people gonna do that,
They
people.
do that, man.
You know, so my thing is, hey, people like negativity, man. It is what it is.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
people gonna scandalize your name.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to push through it. Encourage yourself. Now, if you know you did wrong, if you know it's true, hey, admit it. Everybody has been in a situation. Nobody's perfect.
Right.
God is a forgiving God. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, anybody can change. You know, nobody's perfect. We all have made errors in life and still making them now. Mm-hmm. You know? So you're never going to be perfect. But if there's things that in your life that's not working for you, that's changing your life to the worst, changing your family life to the worst, you probably need to make that change. Because you can't keep on going on in a negative way expecting great results in life. So if it's not working, you just need to stop it. Right. We are getting older. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're getting older every minute. Right. So, you know, if you want your life to change, you want different things to change in life, start changing what you're doing. If it's not working for you, that means that you need to start adjusting your life so you can go up and up. You know? Mm-hmm. Now, another thing that I got on here, bro, is what about these children? Mm-hmm. They're not on the right track. You know, we love our children.
100%.
I mean, listen, man. There's kids, there's parents right now that I experienced, man, where I'm a great father. I've been in my kids' life the entire time, despite of a divorce I had. I still was in my kids' life.
Right.
But then you expect your kids to follow you.
Right.
When you just got clearing the pathway, making it easier for the children, right. And then they don't follow you, they end up going to the right. Or going in a whole different direction. Mm-hmm. Now they either get in trouble, they're doing things that you didn't raise them to do. That's a bad feeling, because now your kids out here in this world, and it's a dangerous place now. Right. So what do you do with the kids, man? What would you do? You have an experience because you got young kids. Right. But what do you think you'd do?
I mean, as a parent, I think we'll do whatever it takes, even though it doesn't budge. And sometimes,
well, see, Eric ain't never experienced it, so maybe that ain't the best question for what do you do? Eric's like, I don't know. Well, let me tell you what I did. Right. What I had to do, because I just couldn't understand why my kids just couldn't get right. When I look at the kind of guy I am, you know what I mean? It's just like two full-blooded, red-nosed pit bulls that got championship-winning belts. They breed them two dogs together. They expect to have the same type of kid or better. Right. When you look at that kind of guy I am, I expect when I have a kid, right, that's supposed to be the baddest kid. Right. Well, so I'm expecting that. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it don't be like that. So what I had to do once my kids start getting off track, I literally had to say, you know what? This is bothering me too bad. It's like I love my children. It's just affecting me. So I literally said these. I said, Lord, I'm giving them back to you. Okay. God brought them here. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't for God, they wouldn't even have air to breathe in their body. But I was wise enough to understand that God allowed them to be on this earth. And just because they're not doing what I want them to do, mm-hmm, and go the way I want them to go, and they're bothering me and it is making me mad every time. What do I do? Because I want to love my kids when I see them. Right. I literally had to say, you know what, God? I'm giving them back to you. Protect them. Keep them from all hurt, harm, and danger. Keep them safe. Protect them. Right. But I'm putting them back in your hands, God. You deal with them. And that's just what I did. So when I see my kids, I know they're protected by God. I give them back to God, man.
Right.
And when I do that, that takes a burden off me. Because at the end of the day, guess what? God is the only person that's going to be able to rescue them in times of need.
Right.
Your kid can be in New York, going through a bad situation, and I can't, and I'm nowhere. I don't even know what's going on. I'm not around them. But if I gave them to God, He'll make sure that they be okay.
Right.
So when I gave them back to God, all my worries went away. I just gave them back to God because He's a creator.
Right.
He's a protector. I believe Him like that, and that's where He come from anyway. And that's what He got to end up going back one day.
Right.
So I gave it right back to them. I took that off of me. So that what I did, people. You know, when it comes to your children, because I know we got to love our kids.
Right.
Well, if we love them, we'll ask God to protect them. Why wouldn't you let God be the best babysitter there is? He's the best babysitter there is. Protect my babies.
Right.
Instead of taking your kid to a daycare, they hit them, man. And I seen these videos where they hit the kid, hit him across the head, body slam him.
You know how that got me mad, man? Even
Man, it's crazy, man. Who does that? Man, somebody that's whoever recording it.
It's bad.
Man, listen, man, they be hitting them little kids spanking. Yeah. Listen, man, they need to go get that same person. Man, I don't know how that. I don't know how. I just don't understand. I mean, man,
maybe it's fake. I don't know, man.
You know, hey, I got one good one, y'all. My thing is, what about any more darkest moments that you can mention that we can help? That people may go through. Cause we gotta help these. We're in a helping situation, man.
Right.
The darkest moments, baby.
I mean, we discuss financial.
Oh yeah, I mean we have those financial
kids.
Things. Did we discuss financial?
I mean, based on what I.
Yeah, I mean financial. Yeah. I mean that's darkest moment where all the bills are due. Yeah, we did talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah. God to make a way and try to become an entrepreneur where you always have unlimited income.
Right.
You know, and have your own way, make your own way.
Right. What about those who are just depressed? It's not financial. I mean, it may not even be relationship. They're just depressed.
Depressed about what?
Just life.
Well, if some people, if they're just depressed about life, they may need to find themselves. And my thing is, there's a lot of help out there. Mm-hmm. Life ain't easy. No. A lot of depressed people, not just the people that just are considered normal people that don't have anything to do with financial. A lot of the rich, as you hear, they commit suicide. They take pills. They do all these type of things because, man, listen, man. When you're a person that financial fit sometimes, those are the loneliest people on earth, man. Listen, man. Listen. My mentor, I literally was his only buddy, man. Wow. Multi-millionaire. Me and him the one spend time with each other, bro. He's 90 years old when he left me. People, when they see me him riding the Benzo, they wonder who he is. We always say he's the recruiter and I'm the football player. You know what I'm saying? That was our fun.
Right.
But that when the man, the wisdom that he give me is because we have so many things that we're so much alike. I'm his friend, he's my friend. And we talk business and we always had a good time.
Right.
So without each other, man, it was like, well, who are our friends? Right. So when he's not around me, he's not gonna laugh like he does when he with me.
Right.
A lot of depressing times are the people that have a lot financially, but don't have a lot of friends. Because why? When you climb up that ladder, man, a lot of people don't see what you see. Now you think different, so your circle become very small. Because you'll get tired of everybody calling you for your money. People think that you're supposed to do for them just because you got it. That start to bother you, because you'll start feeling unappreciated. All people calling you for your money or need this or need that. They're not calling to say hi. How was your day? So your circle is becoming smaller. So you find out you're sitting in a nice place, nice beautiful house, alone, sad.
Right.
So what am I being here? What's the purpose of being here?
Right.
So if a person really won't help, go seek help. If you're depressed, go seek a psychiatrist or something. And then they got medication to make you chill. So it's ways, they got ways of medication out there to help you to go through these things. Some people not happy with their weight. Some people not happy with their looks. Some people not happy with they got low self-esteem because their husband or their boyfriend not telling them they're fine and sexy. So a lot of people are depressed. But if you want to change that, do something about it while you can. Don't get to that darkest moment and then want to kill yourself. You're letting the devil win. So if you're depressed, go get help. But last but not least, and we're going to short it out. What about the church hurt? Have you experienced church hurt? A lot of us, we go to church, we raised up in church. Some of us want to, when things go bad, we find ourselves going to church because we find out we as raising up, that's the solution. When things not go right, maybe I need to change my life, so I need to wait till the doors open of the church and go in. But what about church hurt? Would that be considered a darkest moment in your life?
I believe there's, for some.
Have you ever had that experience? A church hurt?
No, I've not experienced
I experienced that too. I experienced that too, where God sent me to a place. Period. He sent me there to be a blessing to the church. And first of all, God already know who you are. He know your heart. He know your gifts. And sometimes he'll send you to a place to exercise your gift. So when you're doing what God wants you to do, and everything seems to be going great, well, you know that this is what he wanted you to do. And then if you look around and you see that what he sent you to do is done, and then things start happening to you that disturbs you, that disturbs your spirit, that makes you don't want to be there anymore. That's a sign that's telling you it's time to go. God don't want you to be in a place of bondage. He wants you to come serve him happy, energetically. Because when you're like that, all you're doing is motivating people. You're bringing out, you're shivering off good vibes. When you have good vibes, it's vibrant. When you got bad vibes, people notice that too. Am I right? People know that you're not happy.
Oh yeah.
So when they know you're not happy, they don't want to be around you. But if you're happy, they say, "Boy, you're so excited! Oh my God!" That's how God wants you to be if you come into the house of God. Not coming there, head depressed, and things like that. Who wants to listen to what you have to say when you're like that? So when God sends you somewhere to do a job, and then things start to go backwards, but you notice that what he sent you to do is done. Sometimes you can feel good about understanding that my job has been done. So you'll feel free by moving on. But just understand that the church hurt can be a heart-hurting thing, because some things that happen that you didn't think that'd happen. And my thing was this: when I came to church, I only come there to love and motivate and be a blessing. But then some people in the church think that you're trying to buy your way into the pastor circle, trying to gain favor, trying to gain favor just because God didn't bless you in a way to bless the church and other people, and just because they're not in that position, now they're not liking you or feeling some kind of way because they're not in your position. I was not thinking that the church would be like that, because this ain't the streets. I thought we supposed to come here and it's supposed to be the place of love or place of changing lives. And I found out that those people are everywhere. But my thing is, people, when there's people like that in those environments, my best thing is get away from them. Pray for them, move yourself away from them. Because it's not a good feeling. It really hurts you deep. because you just come there to do a good deed and be a blessing and do what God tell you to do.
Right.
But that church hurt is a killer.
It is.
It hurts. So I experienced that too. But anyway, the time has come.
Right.
We can't be on the air. We want to shut it down a little bit. I really enjoyed, and I hope we was able to inspire you, encourage you, and help you through these dark moments. Me and Eric, we really enjoyed doing this. At the same time, I need y'all to also follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and also Facebook. I'm trying to keep this thing going. I'm trying to reach people all over the world, but I can't do it without your support. If you support me, we all will support the world. Don't let me just do this alone. By you following me, you are also helping the world.
Right.
Let's inspire and encourage the world together. If we don't like the things that's going on here, let's all join together and let's help change the world. Let's change the world for our grandkids can have a better chance at life. Or our kids or our children. Whoever is beneath us. They're going to have to come up in this same world. So as a people, if we can just get together and motivate, encourage people, love people, and inspire people, it will make a difference. I'm not doing this for show. I'm doing this because I know. I thank God for the downfall. Because if it wasn't for the downfall and the obstacles in my life, I wouldn't be here, sitting here, inspiring you and let you know that you can get through it too. And honestly, I love doing what I'm doing now. I really do enjoy this. So my thing, people, I really appreciate your support. Much love. Deuces, baby. We'll see you next Wednesday. We out of here.